Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mouthing Off with Mike, the only wrestling podcast not afraid to put his money where his mouth is. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to MOWM and welcome in to this episode, which is my Money in the Bank plus, don't forget the plus, Worlds Collide predictions. We're going to talk first about Worlds Collide here momentarily. Then we're going to go ahead and flip on over and flip the script to Money in the Bank 2025 predictions here on Mouthing Off with Mike. Let's get into it, shall we?
Mouthing Off with Mike, Mouthing Off with Mike, Mouthing Off with Mike.
Welcome back here into Mouthing Off with Mike, and welcome in to my Money in the Bank plus Worlds Collide predictions here, right here, for your viewing and listening pleasure across social media and across YouTube and audio platforms. Let's go ahead and start talking about these matches. I'm going to start off here first with the Worlds Collide special premium live event that will take place on WWE's YouTube earlier in the afternoon, Saturday afternoon, June 7th, prior to the WWE Money in the Bank Premium Live event that's supposed to kick off at 4 Pacific, 7 Eastern on the Peacock. Get your minds out of the gutters here, folks. We've got 5 matches for Worlds Collide. We've got four matches for Money in the Bank. Strange, but okay. Let's start off with number 1, or numero uno, for the matches with Worlds Collide. Let's talk a little bit about our favorite, newest call-up to Monday Night Raw, La Primera, Stephanie Vacure, who's going to team up with those hips don't lie, but these fists hit just as hard. Little old Miss Lola Vice here. They're going to go take on 2 of AAA's premier women's wrestlers. We've got Dallas and we've got Chick Tormenta. Now, let me keep it real for you here, folks. We're going to rapid fire these. I'm not going to go into too many details, too much depth here, breaking down these matches, because to be quite honest with you, I'm not 110% familiar with all of the talent from AAA. I'm working on it. Well, one man can only do so much. One man can't change the world, and one man in a week can't remember and watch a bunch of matches from all these talents. So we're not going to go ahead. We're not going to get too in detail here, in depth with some of these matches, but I still want to talk about them. I still want to give you my predictions. For Stephanie and Lola versus Dallas and Chick Tormenta, I got to give the win here to La Primera and Lola Vice. The hips are going to be shaken. The Devil's Kiss will be exercised multiple times during this match. You're going to have Booker T or whoever's on commentary in the crowd going, ah. Give me the win, Steph Vacure, Lola Vice. We're going to talk a little bit about a crazy one. This is a fatal 4-way. Ethan Page will defend the NXT North American Championship against the young OG. He's so bouncy. Yes, he is. Javon Evans, the Animo, Ray Phoenix, and Laredo Kid. Fatal 4-way match. It's going to be insane. It's going to be high-flying. People are going to be flying all across the ring from that continent to this continent. North, south, east, west, all different directions and angles. These guys are going to be flying. And I'm going to come out here with a bold prediction that Ethan Page will not retain his North American Championship, and we will see a new North American champion, and he's going to be coming from AAA, baby. North America, Mexico's part of North America, baby. Check your maps, check your geography. Go ahead, we'll give you a quick refresher here on MOWM. But I'm going to tell you right now, the new North American champion will be Laredo Kid after Saturday's Worlds Collide event ends. Now put that in your pipe and smoke that one for you, folks. Let's talk a little bit about Legado del Fantasma. They're going to go ahead. Santos Escobar, him. Yes, that's Santos Escobar. Garza, Angel Garza, forgot his damn name. And Humberto Carrillo, Berto, whatever. We shortened it. They figure the the white people can't say Umberto, so they said, all right, we'll just give him Umberto. I'm sure the white people can say that. Nevertheless, hear me out. Legado del Fantasma, I said, I already gave you Steph and Lola winning. I got Laredo Kid, so we're one-on-one on the WWE AAA side here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say Dr. Wagner Jr., Pagano, and Psycho Clown will defeat Legado del Fantasma in this 6-man tag match here at Worlds Collide in good old Los Angeles. We're going to talk a look here. Talk a look, take a look, talk and look. New word created right here on MOWM. Add it to the dictionary. Webster, call me up. My fee's pretty low. But we got LWO, but unfortunately, this past Monday during the WWE Speed tapings, Joaquin Wilde had his bell rung. It looks like he's got a concussion, and it looks like that we will see a replacement for the LWO's Joaquin Wilde. Dragon Lee still in the match. Cruz del Toro still in the match. But now we are going to get Lince Dorado is the replacement in this match. We're going to go Dragon Lee, Cruz del Toro, Lince Dorado versus Octagon Jr., Aerostar, and Mr. Iguana. And I looked at Mr. Iguana. This dude is a fucking iguana. He's legit a fucking iguana. And I love it. But, hear me out. I gave you a WWE. I gave you a AAA. I gave you a AAA. And I'm going to double down on it. I think the LWO will win this match. So I'm going to give it to another WWE team here. The LWO with Lince Dorado will beat the team of Octagon Jr., Aerostar, and Mr. Iguana. New favorite wrestler, honestly. I'm about to go deep dive later tonight in the pits of hell. Me and Benjamin are going to have ourselves a nice little date. We're going to watch a little bit of some Mr. Iguana. We're going to see what all the fuss is about because I'm all in on this dude. But I think LWO get the win here. So I gave you the team of Dr. Wagner Jr., Pagano, and Psycho Clown are going to win their respective 6-man tag match. The LWO will win their respective 6-man tag match. Steph and Lola will win their tag match. Laredo Kid will become the new North American champion. And we got Chad Gable taking on El Hijo del Vikingo for the AAA Mega Championship. And you think you know where this one's going, folks. Chad Gable will beat El Hijo del Vikingo for the AAA Mega Championship. And Chad Gable will be the AAA Mega Champion. That's my hot take. Laredo Kid wins the North American title, takes it to AAA. Chad Gable takes the AAA Mega Championship to WWE. That's all I got here with Worlds Collide. If any other news breaks, any matches get added to Worlds Collide, hit me up on the socials at MOWM_podcast. I'll give you my predictions here. So let's talk a little bit about the actual Money in the Bank Premium Live event, shall we? Before we go ahead and get into the Money in the Bank predictions here on MOWM, I got to do some housekeeping here, folks. Number one, I guess you could call this a commercial break. It's very informal. Number one, our good friends over at Booking Like a Mark dropped his new season of his show. Episodes are out where you find your audio podcast. So go show some love to Mark. Four Sides of the Ring is doing their thing. Championship Culture's new season is coming very soon. You might see your boy on one of those episodes. As well, Boom Broadcasting is almost to 600 subscribers here on YouTube. You can catch all sorts of different sports content, movie, television shows, wrestling content, and of course, the nightcap after Raw, SmackDown, and some episodes of AEW, and most pay-per-views or PLEs, post-shows on Boom Broadcasting. And last but certainly not least here, it is Pride Month to all members of the LGBTQ plus community. I want to show my love, my solidarity with all of you. And this month, for the month of June, I have a special Mouthing Off with Mike wrestling podcast Pride color shirt. Now, I did this last year. Unfortunately, I don't think we were in a position when it came to following to do this, but I want to give back. The whole point of me creating this podcast was I wanted to give back to you, the wrestling fans, the ones who have supported professional wrestling their entire lives, the ones who support me and all of my crazy friends and associates out there in the wrestling podcast game that I just mentioned. So if you go onto my store, not WWE Shop, not any other store, but my content store, there is a shirt. All proceeds at the end of the month of the purchasing of that shirt will be donated to the Trevor Project for suicide prevention within the LGBTQ community. So if you want to support a great cause, if you want to give back and show your support, purchase the shirt. I will donate all the funds. I will post a video proving everything. I'm a very transparent guy. I'll tell you like it is, how it is, and when it is. So make sure you guys go check out all those amazing content creators. If you want some WWE merch, check out the affiliate link in my description. If you want to grab that MOWM Pride shirt and show some support and love to the LGBTQ community this June for Pride Month, go ahead and do it. Like I said, all proceeds will be donated at the end of this month. Let's get back into the show here. Let's get it back on road. Let's talk Money in the Bank, shall we? Let's do it. Now it's time to talk about the Money in the Bank matches. We've got 4 of them at the time of this recording. Now I'm going to give you a 5th match that I think should be on the card, that I have a feeling will be announced to be on the card. So I'm going to get a jump on this one. I don't have a graphic. We don't have any official announcement. I may be way off base. I might be smoking, as The Rock would say, that Arizona crack. But whether I'm smoking rock or not, I think Saturday Money in the Bank we should see a women's tag title defense with Liv and Raquel defending their title against Kairi Sane and Io Sky because of Kairi Sane beating both of those women the last 2 weeks on Raw. There is my bonus match that I think is going to happen. I don't know if it's 100% set in stone. There's no way in hell we are getting into a Money in the Bank premium live event with just 4 fucking matches. Those ladder matches better be an hour fucking minimum if you're giving me 4 fucking matches, okay? 1. 2. Tag titles haven't been defended since Raw and NXT after WrestleMania. We're talking 2 months since those titles have been defended in a WWE ring. Out of your minds. Have those tag titles defended Saturday at Money in the Bank. What a perfect place to do it. I digress. Official match that was made and announced thanks to the returning of the American Nightmare, more like the American Menace. Cody Rhodes, he'll team with his buddy, you know who he is, 4 letters, 1 word, Yeet. That's the World Heavyweight Champion main event, Jey Uso. We got the American Nightmare. We got the main event, Uso. And they're going to go ahead and they're going to take on the last real champion, 17-time world champion. You can't see him. Can't wait to see him go back to his old ways. That's John Cena. He's tagging with... Sorry, excuse me. Ooh, I can't even say it. I'm getting a little nauseous. John Cena is going to tag with Logan Paul. Oh, God. That acid reflux was terrible here. Couldn't even get it out. John Cena and Logan Paul will tag team against Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. Flip a fucking coin. Let's just flip it. Boop. And the coin says, I'm going to give the win to Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. I have no reason as to why we went with Logan Paul. It's probably because Travis Scott got too high, because he's the highest in the room, and he probably forgot that he had to wrestle at 4, and he thought it was, a different time. I think he was mixed up with his time zones. You know what I mean? He's the highest in the room. What can you do? If you know, you know. If you don't, then I guess I got to put you on to some Travis Scott, I guess. Neither here nor there. We'll get you educated. Don't worry. Let's go ahead and transition from that interesting tag match to Becky Lynch challenging Lyra Valkyria one more time for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Becky Lynch has laid down the stipulation here, folks, that if Lyra beats her again, Becky will no longer challenge Lyra as long as she is the champion. If Lyra loses to Becky, she has to hold Becky's hand up in victory and shake her hand. Well, unfortunately, I nailed the predictions back at Saturday night's main event, and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to double down here on my Bird Lady. Salute to Lyra Valkyria, because Lyra Valkyria is going to retain her Women's Intercontinental Championship. And the man, Becky Lynch, no more challenging the Bird Lady for that title. And I also think a little Bayley action could be in the cards here. We're in LA. She's from the Bay. Hey, you know what they say, baby. You got to have some room for Bayley. So let's talk about it here. Bayley probably popping up here. Becky shaking in her boots. Book that bad boy for Evolution 2. Let's talk about these Money in the Bank ladder matches here now. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to start off with the men's, because the women's should be, at least on this show, the main event of that PLE. We got Solo Sikoa. We've got Penta. We've got Andrade. We've got El Grande Americano. We've got the visionary Seth Rollins. And, of course, you see the shirt. Whose game is it? We got L.A. Knight. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, all of these men, 4 hits, 2 misses. Solo, Americano. Why don't you go ahead and just hit the showers here for me? Why don't you guys hop on out of this conversation? This is an A-B conversation. You need to go ahead and see yourself the fuck out. But let's talk about it. L.A. Knight. Yeah. Penta, Andrade, Seth. 4 great picks here. Solo Sikoa, honorable mention. I'll give it to him. El Grande Americano, not a great decision. Now, hear me out. I said it on the nightcap Monday night that it should be flipped around. Chad Gable should be in Money in the Bank. El Grande Americano should be against El Hijo del Vikingo. I don't know how that plays when it comes to the AAA guys and gals. I don't know how that plays the AAA management. I don't know what kind of political, socioeconomic landscape we're in for something like that. Not even going to go ahead and try to bridge that gap here for you. This isn't what do you call it? This isn't PBS here. So I'm not going to give you an after school fucking special. But I think it was stupid to put Americano in this match. I think Styles was the right choice here. Whether he won or lost, neither here nor there. A lot of these guys got beef. Americano and Penta got beef. Andrade kind of is just here. He's like, I don't really have beef with anybody, but like, I kind of got beef with LA Knight, but I kind of don't at the same time. He's kind of just like the only man in this match, realistically, besides LA Knight. But even LA Knight's kind of got beef with Solo Sikoa. So the only really people that don't have kind of beef in this match, realistically, is Andrade. Do I think Andrade is winning the Money in the Bank briefcase? Unfortunately not. Now, if I'm Triple H, I'd pull a quick one on the people. Say LA Knight's not in this match, I throw it on Andrade. I do it. I honestly would. I would tell Andrade, look, we're giving you the ball, run with it. Let's see what you can make. And at that point, I think, it's a sink or swim, man. Like, they've kept Andrade in the upper mid card for years in the past, and they're doing it now with his return all this time. Like, you know what? Run the play, man. Fuck it. Just run the play. Like, see what happens with him. It's not going to happen this year. I feel like that's a guy, maybe you give him like a shock number 1 contender match and you see what happens, and maybe he wins a world title on a shock, transition, just to see how that would go. Penta and Americano, that they're gonna have some distractions in this match. Solo and Knight, they're gonna be getting at it. I think the main really favorites coming out of this right now are Seth and LA Knight. Seth has a lot of beef with a lot of different people. CM Punk, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, and of course, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, the OTC, the YTC, the ABC of WWE, Roman Reigns. So, I'm going to nail these predictions for you right here, right now. Not a prediction, but a spoiler. Seth Rollins will be up at the top of that ladder. We will hear the Tribal Chiefs theme music hit. Seth will freak the fuck out. This will be after big old Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker beat up CM Punk, Sami Zayn, and potentially Jey Uso backstage prior to this match. So we're in our minds, we don't think those appearances are possible to screw over Seth, which puts the realm and the suspension of disbelief right back in WWE's favor to give you a return of Roman Reigns, a guy we haven't seen since WrestleMania. That explains where Seth's road will head for the next few months. Solo Sikoa, have a funny feeling Jacob or JC are going to try to help him like he has tried to help Jacob, and that will end up inadvertently costing Solo this match. So Solo, wipe him out. El Grande, Americano, and Penta, they're going to be too busy fighting with one another to really make headways in this match, so I'm already disqualifying those two. Andrade, I don't believe to be a credible winner of this match. No disrespect to the man's talent. He is incredibly and full of said talent, but the winner, ladies and gentlemen, I'll take it off our boy here, the Money in the Bank raccoon that our boy Shadow picked up for us just last year. Shout out to Shadow. What a guy. Let's go ahead and put the glasses on here. Your winner and this year's men's Money in the Bank ladder match winner will be the megastar, with everybody saying L.A. Knight in the Bank, baby. L.A. Knight will win the Money in the Bank ladder match in L.A., and the crowd and me and you and all of us will rejoice. Let's talk about the last match here on Money in the Bank, and I can't believe we're already to the end here. We've got the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We have Mommy Rhea Ripley. We have the beautiful Madness Julia. We have You Better Proceed with Caution. We've got Naomi. We have Little Miss Twisted Bliss, Alexa Bliss. We have La Primera, Stephanie Vacour, and last but certainly not least, she is a prodigy, that is Roxanne Perez. We have 6 of the most popular, premier, hottest stars in all of women's wrestling. Nay, scratch that, all of professional wrestling. I refuse to put these women in a box because not only are they some of the best in the world at what they do, this match, my hot take, will steal the weekend. This will be a match of the weekend contender, and Triple H, WWE, if for whatever reason you got me tapped here on MOWM, this better be the fucking main event. There are way too many talented women and way too many opportunities to showcase these many talented women, 3 specifically, Julia, Roxanne, and Steph, for this match to not be the main event of Money in the Bank. I swear, if they make that men's Money in the Bank match the main event because of the Roman fucking return, I will be a little upset because those women deserve the spot. They have been putting in the fucking work, okay? They have put in the work. They're here. They're ready to be seen. So let them be seen in that high-profile match spot. I digress. Stephanie just qualified. She beat Liv and Ivy. Bliss qualified, the first to qualify. Rhea qualified. Roxanne, Julia, Naomi. This is loaded up. Any one of these 6 women on paper could be Miss Money in the Bank. There are a few that stand out to me, and I'll kind of look at this in the sense of, do you want to consider Steph to be the most over woman out of this bunch? No, it's Rhea. Are they going to put the briefcase on Rhea again and put her in the championship picture again? Maybe. Rhea Ripley is like the safe call. It's Rhea Ripley as a champion is what is what Tony Storm is to Tony Khan in AEW. That's his anchor being, right? So kind of sidebar, Marvel Cinematic Universe, we have these things called anchor beings, right? They're the most important person in that multiverse, in that universe. Once the anchor being dies, the universe dies. Go watch Deadpool and Wolverine if you haven't seen it. Spoilers, sorry, my bad. It's been out for over a fucking year. If you haven't seen it by now, don't blame me. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? Blame yourself. Same deal here. Rhea is your anchor being in this match. Rhea is your We're going to sell the fucking tickets to this show because people want to pay their hard-earned money. And oh boy, that money, that's getting fatter and fatter each time we talk. Like I said, I put my money where my mouth is. And man, oh man, there's a lot of money that's going out here of the mouth and mouthing off with Mike when it comes to these fucking wrestling tickets recently. I digress. Whole different ball game, whole different story for another day. We'll save it for another video that won't see the light of day because I'm terrible with scheduling. Anyway, still coming out with Double or Nothing review video featuring the live footage. Just don't know when the fuck it's coming out. I'm not happy with the results. I've scrapped it. I got to redo it. I'm not a fan. I digress. Rhea is your main focus in this match. She is kind of your Trojan horse, I guess, kind of your distractions. Like, okay, Rhea, the big, shiny, like, popular superstar, she's going to win Money in the Bank. It's obvious. She's the superstar in this match. But I don't think that's the case whatsoever. If LA Knight, a SmackDown man, wins the Money in the Bank briefcase, I have to kind of look at, okay, well, does WWE have a Raw woman win the Money in the Bank briefcase? And I think that's a strong, strong possibility. The other thing is we actually don't know if there's a draft coming. So these people who are on Raw or SmackDown for the men's and the women's, this may be irrelevant in a month or two. So keeping that out of mind, there's a possibility that does happen. But I think for me personally, it's not Rhea. Unfortunately, it's not Rhea. It's not the beautiful madness, Julia. Julia is already setting her sights on Zelina Vega and that U.S. Women's Championship. So Julia goes there. Roxanne, I think, is next up on the IC Women's Championship run. Stephanie Vacure's got a little bit of some kind of figuring some things out. I don't think it's her yet. That leaves me with 3 women. Naomi, Rhea, and Alexa Bliss. 3 weeks ago, you asked me, I'd say Alexa Bliss. Today, on the predictions, I think the Miss Money in the Bank this year, she was always the bridesmaid in the past Money in the Banks. She has been in almost all of them, except maybe 3. 2, potentially. 1 or 2 or 3. Mark will fact check me in the comments. You know he's there. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, for the Miss Money in the Bank and for all of you and all of the women in the division and backstage to proceed with caution because your Miss Money in the Bank for 2025 will be Naomi. What better way to have Naomi win the Money in the Bank briefcase and maybe in a couple months have Bianca, Jade, someone in a championship match against Tiffy time and have Naomi cash in successfully. I swear on everything. Out of the years we've had the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, the women's have cashed in a perfect 100% time. The men's at like 70-something percent. Okay. The year you have Naomi win this one better not be the one year that a woman fails to cash in, because if so, there will be hell to pay. Naomi has earned it. She has deserved it. She was did dirty by the previous regime. She went out. She reinvented herself. She became Trinity. She came back to a crazy reaction in that Royal Rumble a few years ago, and she has been putting on fantastic television and character work since she turned heel before WrestleMania. Give it to Naomi. Your Miss Money in the Bank, Naomi. Proceed with caution. Your Mr. Money in the Bank, it's Megastar time. Megastar in the Bank, LA Knight. Lyra Valkyria successfully retains the Women's IC Championship against Becky Lynch, thanks to Bayley. And John Cena and Logan Paul will lose to Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Mouthing Off with Mike. These have been my Money in the Bank Plus Worlds Collide predictions. Make sure you subscribe to Mouthing Off with Mike. Subscribe to Boom Broadcasting. Follow me on social media at MOWM_podcast. And like I said, make sure you go check out the links in the description of this episode. If you want to pick up that MOWM Pride shirt, please do so. All proceeds will be donated to the Trevor Project the end of this month. If you want to cop some other merch with my WWE shop affiliate link like this Whose Game Is It Anyway LA Knight shirt, please do so. Support MOWM. Support one another. Support professional wrestling. I'm out of here. Let's have ourselves a hell of a weekend when it comes to professional wrestling. Peace out, guys. I'll see you back here later on.
Mouthing off with Mike. Mouthing off with Mike. Mouthing off with Mike.